Shalev Hulio, 39, is the CEO and co-founder of NSO Group, one of Israel's most successful cyber surveillance companies valued at over $1 billion, and the man ultimately responsible for smartphone hacks of high-profile journalists and world leaders, according to allegations made this week. Though he's coming out of the shadows to deal with those allegations, as well as some apparent contradictions in NSO's own response, in a rare interview with Forbes, Hulio was in good spirits as he attacked the research that underpinned the so-called Pegasus Project, a coalition of non-profit and media organizations trying to shine a light on NSO's operations. The project's reporting follows years of stories alleging that NSO's tools were used to infect the iPhones of civil rights defenders, reporters and lawyers. NSO itself claims that it works with governments to help catch the most serious and dangerous criminals, terrorists, gangsters and pedophiles, with spyware tools that can silently capture all the data from even the latest generation of iPhones. And business is good, with NSO boasting of Ebitda earnings of $120 million on $250 million of sales for 2020. Hulio, who served as a major in the Israel Defense Forces Search and Rescue Unit, aggressively denied that NSO was involved in attempts to hack French officials, including President Emmanuel Macron, and people close to murdered journalist Jamal Khashoggi. It's definitely not related to NSO, it's definitely not related to Pegasus. This is what I can confirm. At the same time, he said NSO couldn't be held responsible for any abuse of its tools. We are selling our products to governments. We have no way to monitor what those governments do. But if those governments misuse the system, we have a way to investigate. We will shut them down. We have done it before and will continue to do so. But we cannot be blamed on the misuse that the government did. As for the average person, they've no need to fear NSO Group, he insists, as his company is only going to flex its technical muscle and break into the Apple and Google phones of serious criminals. The people that are not criminals, not the bin Ladens of the world, there's nothing to be afraid of. They can absolutely trust on the security and privacy of their Google and Apple devices. Such claims do little to cool critics like NSA leaker Ed Snowden, who would like to see a blanket ban on smartphone surveillance tools like NSO's. I won't comment to Edward Snowden, Hulio says, adding that software like Pegasus is entirely necessary to save lives and keep the safety of the people. The release of the Pegasus has sent political shock waves around the world, with one alleged target, Macron, opening an investigation into the case, and the Indian and Mexican governments facing fierce criticism for the alleged use of the tool to monitor opposition politicians, journalists and activists.